I didn't necessarily want to start a mountain bike racing team. I wanted to start a support program that would support all mountain bike riders.
I mean, it all started with Ian. He was like, hey, I don't know if you've heard of Loose Riders, but they do these chapters all over the place, and I want to start one for San Diego to bring the community together.
You just saw these amazing riders just like dropping off because there was no structure. So I figured if we just organize the right people, we could have something pretty awesome. What really pushed it to the team side of things was seeing the competitive side of our riders. They all want to have a career in mountain biking. They all want to do this professionally. That was the driving element behind it. And as we got deeper and deeper in, I was like, we can actually do this and be competitive and show the world what San Diego athletes can do.
My name's Aiden Lightow.
Aiden was really like, we'll call him the test subject because he was out there racing every weekend. He is our team leader for a reason. Everybody looks up to him.
My name's Rayleigh Isgett.
Ray, being a young lady in this male-driven sport, she just goes for it. She's charging that stuff, sending off the edges, just whap, you know, no fear, it's so rad. She's really been one that I've just been like, wow. Then we've got Connor Body. Connor is our resident pro.
He's stupid fast. Genuinely think he can make it on the World Cups.
He's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. I mean, he's just super eager to help everybody on the team get faster. He's got a big future ahead of him.
My name is Miranda Maliska.
Miranda is fast as hell, but she's also fallen into this team mom role. Since Miranda's come on, it's like they're all watching their manners, watching what they're saying. I haven't heard a fart joke in weeks. It's been awesome. It's added this missing element that we just didn't have to the team. And it really just kind of like closed the circle for us.
And then the young guys.
My name's Zachary Reichert.
Zach has turned out to just be not only a super awesome racer, but he's just an outstanding individual. Great attitude, brings a lot to the team.
My name's Alec Partridge.
Alex can jib around all day and probably looks the best out of all of us on the bike.
It's one thing to go out there and rip all these downhill spots, but being able to come and do it on the racetrack, it's a completely different switch that you flip, and he's learned how to do that.
I'm Trey Marshall.
Trey's just got this gnarly send attitude.
His progression year to year has been mind-blowing, consistently riding fast.
He'll see things on the trail, he'll send it the first time, like I didn't even know that was possible. I'm like, oh, look at that.
They're all just committed to this, and it's just awesome to watch.
Everybody's got their strengths, their own style, and I think everybody's energy just works really well together.
That's our team.
The cycling industry took a 50% decrease in total sales, pretty much quarter over quarter for 3 consecutive quarters. Eliminating marketing budgets when it came to ambassadors, staff, carrying new products. And we knew when we were raising money to support the club that this was going to be something that would impact us. And so I felt if we could find individuals and organizations that believed in our cause and we could share our story with, that they'd come along and support us. BikesOnline's support for this year is amazing. We're getting the resources we need to deliver an amazing experience to 11, 12, 13, 14 athletes, everything from free ride to competitive race circuits. They've helped us provide a stronger presence at the races and let other partners know that we were serious about what we were doing. I don't think we could perform at the level we're performing now without their support. So a lot of teams provide ancillary coaching support that is either at a fee or a subsidized fee. They typically look for donations to provide food of some kind, and they provide very little support at the race. So that's kind of the current environment. In Ian and I's eyes, we felt that we could do more, and when we looked at some of the races that are away from here, we weren't seeing many San Diego riders. And so the idea was put together a formal program that had mandatory training programs, weekly reporting, hydration monitoring, the newest technology to actually track and quantify efforts, and give this all away for free. And so if you look at the 2024 season, none of our athletes are paying to be a part of this team. This is a 100% free program for all of our athletes. It's all included.
I think that being on a mountain bike team has changed the way that I look at mountain biking. It made it more fun in a way. Like when I go to races or training events, I have people I can ride with, and so it's more of like, oh, I'm not suffering up this hill alone. I have other people to do this with. It's made me more confident because they're like, we believe in you and you can do this, and they hype me up, and then I feel better about doing something that I wouldn't have done without them.
It's a lot different than just training by yourself because you're really pushing yourself to keep up with everyone, and you're all kind of encouraging each other. It just kind of makes training more fun too.
That looked good.
Good line. That's speed.
I think that's good, but you just gotta get your legs open and tip it.
Yeah.
Can you miss that rock?
Which one?
That slowed you down a ton.
Yeah, no, that was a mistake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see it again.
We have one of the best coaches that you can get. Eric Gasser is phenomenal.
Eric's got a long history of racing with Team USA, racing downhill, racing enduros.
6 months of coaching, and he's got every one of these guys and girls going faster and having more fun than they've ever had.
The amount of coaching, team building, and business experience that he brings really took all of Ian's like crazy ideas and organized them and helped put them into motion. Slowly but surely the team came together. A whole bunch of things happened really fast, and now we're riding for Bikes Online with Polygon Bikes, and it's just a trip.
Eric's super good at finding lines.
He's helped us refine all the little details of our riding, like how you're cornering, weighting the outside hand, dropping your heels. On the other hand,
Ian's super supportive.
he just wants it to be fun. I think it works out because we can find that middle ground.
Last weekend, we didn't get a break in the rain, but riders performed, bikes performed, everybody kicked ass. I was super happy with everybody's performance.
The muddy conditions, they were nasty. The mud was just sticking to your tires like crazy. It's good to see that the bike handled everything really well in those conditions.
The weather's great, right?
The Colossus N9's a little bit of a game changer for us because of the standardization across the team. Small advantages that we can capture and see and isolate, maybe a challenge with a piece of equipment, and we can then replicate across the team. So it's made it incredibly more efficient from a coaching perspective as well as an equipment perspective. It holds its speed, it holds its weight in the chunk, which is something that you kind of lose when you move to a lighter weight bike. Also, the geometry of the rear end supports some of the things that we're trying to accomplish on the downhill side. We're actually racing the Colossus on a majority of our downhill tracks in Southern California. And that gives you kind of an idea of its support and its ability to perform under high impact.
Past years, having more of like a privateer life, you're always dealing with the bikes yourself and fixing them up, and so it's nice having the support of Ian and Eric and all the other mechanics, not having to really worry about fixing everything. They're going to be there with their experience, trying to get that bike as dialed in as possible. So you're not stressing and worrying about that when it comes to race day. You're focusing on the race ahead.
I like the grip, and hopefully we can make speed out of the rollers, but it's just going to be a tiring day, especially with stage one. The bike's plowing through the rocks. I just need to trust it to do so.
It's one thing to be this great individual while you're winning. Their true colors come out when they're losing. If they get out there, get their butts handed to them, and they're like, man, that was the funnest race I've ever had. And I guarantee you those kids are going to be on Strava the next day, practicing their butts off, and that's these kids. I mean, these guys are all absolute rippers, and they take their riding seriously. No one's on the hook. You know what I mean? It's like no one's going, hey, you got to go ride your bike. It took a little bit to kind of find the right group, but all these racers take it completely seriously and are in it to win it, or at least just to have the most fun they possibly can, and that's all that matters to us. Hardest part about being on a racing circuit is racing. The ups and downs that go along with it, the emotions that go along with it, the hard work that nobody sees behind the scenes. It's not just showing up and doing your best, it's putting in the work. Preparing every week, having a plan, having a goal, recognizing your weaknesses from the week before, practicing on those with your coach and your team. When you get one of these kids up there and they get their first podium or their 50th podium, every time they're just as stoked, and that makes the hard work all worth it.
Definitely the start of the season right now. There's a lot of travel involved that a lot of us haven't ever done before, but I think with the right attitudes, which we all have, it'll work great.
The future is bright with this team. With the right support behind them, I really do believe that every rider on our team can have a successful career in mountain biking.
Our team is really here to have fun, and a byproduct of having fun and refining your skills is winning races. And we have to start with having fun and refining our skills, and if we do that right, then we're on the top of the podium every time.
Our goal is progression every year, but no matter what, it's all about just having a great time, ripping your bike in the dirt, with your buddies.